The next comment we seem to get is people sometimes say they don't trust synthetic oil because it seems thinner than conventional motor oil. For example, when they crack open a bottle of synthetic and run it through their fingertips, it feels like a lighter oil weight than what is on the bottle or what they're used to running. And the simple answer there is that when you're feeling the oil with your fingers, you're feeling it at generally room temperature. If an oil is rated at a number, say 30 weight, that means the viscosity at 212 degrees Fahrenheit is a 30 weight. It doesn't matter if it's synthetic or conventional, they all have to meet that spec. And synthetic oils like Royal Purple are multi-viscosity. So it might be a 5W30, which means when it's cold, it's a 5 weight. When it heats up to operating temperature, it's a 30 weight. The W actually stands for winter because for cold weather usage. And that's one of the benefits of a multi-viscosity oil is that it flows smoother and easier at colder temperatures, and then it heats up to its operating temperature and it is, again, whatever the rating is on the bottle. So if you compare a traditional conventional oil and a synthetic at a room temperature, the synthetic might actually flow a little bit better than the conventional oil at room temperature. But again, once it's at operating temperature, it's going to be a 30 weight. It's going to be the same as a 30 weight. Which leads us into the discussion of what's the proper viscosity for an engine. And a lot of people think that if they're building a high performance engine, they need to run a heavier oil and try and get the highest oil pressure possible. Well, the people at Royal Purple point out that high pressure doesn't necessarily equal better protection. You want good oil flow. And for that reason, you might not necessarily need a 50 weight or a 2050 or a straight 30 in your race engine because those oils are harder to push through the system. It's harder on the oil pump, it's harder on the cam drive, it's harder on everything inside the engine. So if your engine makes good oil pressure with a lighter weight oil, it's definitely better to use that. It makes things run cooler, and it takes less energy to do it, which means things are going to last longer. So if you have any comments or additional questions, you can always shoot us an email at info@v8tv.net, or if you're watching this video somewhere where you can add comments, please go ahead and comment and post questions or other comments about this stuff. We're always happy to take a minute and answer them whenever we can.